Update on American Lithium, Ozop energy and hydrogen systems. So we'll begin with American Lithium Corp. It closed up at $2.70 for the session of the 18th of February 2021. The previous close was $3.42, and coming down we can see that technically it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Is it in a strong bullish trend? For sure, the 200-day trend line is in a strong bullish trend, and I think even of late it may have even corrected, going by this price of $3.19 that occurred on the 11th of February, not long ago. Yes, it's probably somewhere around correction mode or something like that, but it's still indicating it is in a strong bullish trend, unless it is as it concerns the 200-day trend line, the long-term trend line. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. The signal line is also above the the MACD is also above the signal line, as you can see there. So the MACD histogram is above zero. Is it above zero? Okay, the MACD histogram is above zero. It's at it's saying that yeah, that's it. That's the histogram here. We can't see any figure there as such. So momentum for lithium, American Lithium, as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, is waning. Okay, we can see that this 14-period slow stochastic oscillator has tipped over, and this means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits from positions bought at lower prices. So the unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so the slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, what is certain is that the stock has cooled off. It is pulling back for sure, and it's now almost coinciding with the 10-day trend line. It is the better it cools off, the more it cools off, the better it is for anybody at all. Indeed, those who are already there want it to continue to go up, but if it pulls back, there's a good chance that it will even advance further. We can see that it has that pattern, it has that history. Reached this height on the 13th of even though it wasn't probably an all-time high, or rather a high, okay, let's call it an all-time high. This high of 183, and then retraced down to 159, and has since went up to $2 and pulled back all the way down to $1.49, and then up again to $2.19, pulled back slightly to $2.11, and since that time it went up to $3.19. So this is a stock that doesn't have a lot of negativity against it, like some of the stocks we have been covering on this channel. So this is really good. It's a pattern we're seeing here. So there's a good chance that it will retrace further up, and it will advance further up. But we've been able to, the much we can, do some analysis, some breakdown, to determine some retracement and advancement levels for the extension level for lithium, American Lithium. If we take that all-time high price of $3.19 up here, which occurred on the 11th of February, and then that high here, and we take the low of $2.57 that occurred on the 8th of February, that's that one, $2.57. If we take that, we determine that the extension level, the next extension level, which is the 61.8 extension level, will take it to $3.08. So $3.08 will be above somewhere here, somewhere. You can see it's printing $3.10 there. See where my cursor is? So it will be somewhere around there. And a 100% advancement level will even take it beyond this all-time high of $3.19, somewhere way above here. But we can't print out. I don't think we'll be able to print that out since it hasn't reached that yet. So but the retracement level from the current $2.70 will now be $2. The next one, the next retracement level, which is the 23.6% retracement level, will bring it down to $2.55. And then the next retracement level, which is the 38.2%, will bring it down to $2.46. The next retracement level will be 50%, which will bring it down to $2.39. And then the 61.8% will bring it down to $2.32. So any retracement will even make the case for the advancement or the extension thesis. So the further it retraces, probably the better or the stronger the thesis that it will even extend further. And this is what I'm saying, but with all of these forecasts and analysis, market participants, a lot of other market participants are looking at them as well, and they will be definitely putting their money, and they will take action. So we're not the only ones, and you are not the only ones who are looking at these things. The pattern is there, and it's there for you to see. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which will be Ozop Energy. We have a position in Ozop Energy, so it's important that we point that out to you. So Ozop closed up the session of February 18th at $0.235. So it has a market cap of $767 million, 3.264 billion shares outstanding. And we have that it has some news, but this news is old. It's Ozop Energy Systems announces new consulting engineer. Okay, so going downwards, we can see that technically it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Does it? It's correcting within a longer term bullish trend? Oh yes, it is correcting within the longer term bullish trend, which is the longer term bullish trend is this yellow curve. That's the 200-day trend line. So although its MACD is presently below the signal line, okay, we can see that here. It's not very clear. Let's magnify that a bit. You might see whether it is slightly below the signal line, no doubt about that. Yes, it's slightly below. It is slightly below the signal line. Shares remain 651.4% above that upward sloping 200-day moving average. It is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for Ozop, as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, is waning. Okay, we can see the momentum, the slow stochastic oscillator. We can see that it is waning for sure, no doubt about that. It's neither overbought or undersold, so it's even somewhat lukewarm. As a matter of fact, this means that investors are less aggressive in recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions bought at lower prices. But this is, we can also see momentum alone on its own is also not as strong as it was at 555.6%. At some point, it was way more than 4,000%. So the unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. That is, if you are looking at it in the volume perspective. Well, the slope doesn't really look that positive as such. And or rather, its slope, it doesn't look that bullish, and even indeed the slope, So just like Lithium America, we were also able to determine a few extension and retracement levels. So if we take prices at February 16th high of is that the one we took? Okay, we took this. Yes, that's the one we took of February 16 price of $0.36, and then we also took a low price of $0.32 on that occurred on the 11th of February. We were able to determine the extension level from this closing price of 0.23. I believe the price is 23. Let me see. It's $235. If we plot the extension level from this price, we determine that the 61% extension level will take it up to $0.25. That is at this mark, $0.25. Then the next extension level, the 100% extension level, will take it above this $0.25 to 0.2. Yeah, exactly there, $0.27. And then if it were to retrace further, then the retracement level will bring it down to the next natural retracement level. And all of these retracement levels are just natural numbers. They are not exactly where they're going to fall or anything like that, so, but it's just good. It's just good to have an idea of what we might face if things were to follow a natural pattern. So the next retracement level, which will be 23.6%, will bring it down to $0.22, somewhere exactly there, $0.22. Then the next one, the 38.2% retracement level, will bring it down to 0.21, somewhere around there, $0.214. The next one, which is the 50%, right about there as well, $0.21. And then the 61.8% will also just right above 20 cents, $0.0205. So, but all in all as well, just like American Lithium, we can evidently see that Ozop is trading below its 10-day trend line. That's that other one. This is the 10-day trend line. It's probably at a price of 30 cents. So it's trading at a discount to that 10-day trend line, and it's almost converging with the 20-day trend line. This is a 20-day trend line. The 20-day trend line is pointed at the price of 22 cents. You can see that on the screen. So it is, it is definitely correcting as well, evidently. And all of these things make it attractive, make it cheaper, and it has a pattern as well. It's a slight pattern of peaking and pulling back, and then extending even further. So the last time it did that, this is not the last time, but on one of such occasions, it extended and had a long run up and ran up to 38 cents, and it pulled back again and also ran up. And since it corrected, it hasn't done that. So going by all that is going on in the broader market, yes, one might expect that Ozop and indeed a lot of all of these other stocks might continue to pull back, consolidate, retrace, and all that stuff. But they're all presenting buying opportunities, and there's a good chance that they can extend further than they have extended before. So all in all, if you want to get involved with Ozop Energy and indeed American Lithium, it's always with a small amount of money, nothing with anything you can't afford to lose. So let's move on and have a look at hydrogen systems. Yeah. XFLS. Yes. Sorry, we're having this delay because because of the memory of some of the applications we're using in making this video takes up a lot of memory, so it slows the computer down. Very sorry about that. We're loading up hydrogen systems. So all in all, all of in all of these stocks, get involved. If you want to get involved, it's always with a small amount of money, as we indicated, So our hydrogen systems closed the session of the 18th of February at $0.0246. And we have to point out that we have a position in hydrogen systems. It has a market cap of $569,000, micro cap as well, 23.103 million shares outstanding. That's also interesting as well. That's a relatively small float, as we saw from Ozop, that has a float in the billions. This is way less, and can be a positive as well. So technically speaking, hydrogen systems appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Let's see whether it is in a strong bullish trend. Okay, well, relatively speaking, we can say that. And its 200-day trend line is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above 0. MACD histogram, okay, this MACD histogram, okay, it says it's above 0. And it is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for hydrogen systems is strongly bullish momentum. Okay, so yes, strongly bullish. Okay, the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising. That's it. You can see definitely it is evidently rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Okay, then the unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive, and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so that's the unbalanced volume indicator. It points to this. It measures volume indicator. It tries to determine bullishness volume wise. Okay, but it could be more than it was before. So it's currently at 7.6 million. At some point it was higher than that. So yeah, so but all in all as well, just like the other ones, it's also slightly pulling back, even though it's still trading at a premium to its short-term trend lines, and evidently all the longer-term trend lines as well. So and in this case as well, we're able to determine the extension levels of like we said, these are natural extension and retracement numbers. Just to give you an idea, if they were to decline from certain prices, or rather from the current price with reference to two previous high and lows, the natural numbers or natural positions they will fall into. This doesn't really point to anything as such, but indeed, a lot of market participants also look at them, and it tends to also influence their decisions. It helps them to influence their decision to call a bottom, their decision to call a top, and all that stuff. So as it concerns hydrogen systems, we took a high of 0.2 to $0.027 that occurred on the 11th of February. Can we determine that? Can we determine where that was? 11th of February. Yes, that's it. That's 0.027, and then a low of 0.0. That's right, 0.017. Yes, that occurred on the 9th of February. Yeah, that's it. Okay, you can see it's printing out 0.17 there. So, and then the extension or the retracement will obviously be from this closing price of $0.025. So the natural extension level, the first one will be the 61.8 extension level, which will take the price to $0.031, and then the 100% will take it up to $0.035. So even the plot, the scale on the chart even somewhat is probably taking cognizance of those natural numbers. I'm only saying, So, and then the retracements from this price, given reference to those high and low prices we pointed out, will be as follows. For 23.6% will be, we take it down to $0.022, and then the next one, 38.2% will take it down to $0.021, and then the 50% will take it down to 0.019, exactly there, $0.019, and then the 61.8% will take it down to $0.018. Okay, so all in all, hydrogen systems, even amongst other things, it's cooling down a bit, though still traded at a premium, but it's at the same time as well, numerically it's also cheap. So if you want to get involved, you can always ignore a little bit of the risks, the unknowns and all that stuff, just because of the fact that amongst other things, it is relatively cheap. It's only roughly 3 cents. And also we can evidently see that it has a relatively low float of 23.13 million shares, and then it has a future not even up to $1 million, 569,000. So if you look at it this way, you can see that some people look at this stock and see, I can just easily buy up this whole company. I mean, it's not even up to $1 million, and all this. I mean, you can just look at it this way, So it has everything playing for it, and we'll continue to observe, continue to pursue and see whether we can improve on the due diligence that is around the stock, and much more. Okay, so as always, if you want to get involved, it's always safer to get in with a small amount of money, funds you can always afford to lose, and stuff like that. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you are new to our channels, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like and share, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for knocking this subscriber count past 1,000 and growing. Let's all keep subscribing and subscribing. Let's get this count past 10,000. Thank you very much.